Hello everybody and welcome back to Inkwiz. Now today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different and I hope you all had a fabulous Christmas because I definitely did, because I got a lot of marker pens over Christmas. You can see here that I've got an awesome set of Copic markers and these are amazing, and I've been doing non-stop markering since, along with I also got a manga set of pro markers which are amazing. Thank you to the people that got me these. I won't tell them, I won't embarrass them on camera, but awesome presents. So I've been doing a lot of markering over Christmas and trying to experiment with marker pens, and I thought that I'd start a series of trying to practice with markers and showing you guys some markering techniques that I've learned. So I'm going to be doing a series of different projects based on different kinds of markering. So today we're going to be doing a really simple picture of Totoro from My Neighbor Totoro, an adorable film. I've already drawn him because this is more about the colouring in other than the drawing, but if you want me to do a drawing video, I will consider it if you leave it down in the comments. But other than that, I'm going to get straight into doing flat colour for this first project. So first things first, for this lesson I'm going to show you how to shade with markers. So I've got 3 different types of the same sort of grey here, and I'm going to show you how to go from light to dark with these. So using the nozzle tip, I'm just going to put down a base layer of that, and then I'm going to get my darker one, but those two don't blend when I just do that, so I'm going to get the brush tip and go back over in my original colour. You can go over a few times just to make sure that it blends to your satisfaction, and then the even darker tone go across here. And this is how we're going to make the effect on Totoro when we draw Totoro. So this is a really simple blending technique, and this is pretty much all we're going to be using for this video, just this simple shading light to dark. Okay, so for this video we're going to be starting out really simple with some nice flat colour with maybe a little bit of shading, because most of the Ghibli characters don't have much complicated shading and don't involve a lot of colours, especially not this one. And I've just realised I've forgotten the colour for the branch, but I'll get to that at the end of the video. So first off, I've got C7, which is a cool grey for the shading on Totoro, and for the main body I've got C5, which is cool grey number 5. I didn't know that. Oh, so this is cool grey number 7, this is cool grey number 5. So this one's just a darker version of this one. And then over here for Totoro's belly, I've got the main body of his belly, which is Brainium yellow, and for the shading on his belly I've got Canary yellow, just for the shading, and a little bit of blue here, which is Frost blue for his 2 feet down here, and I'm going to be using a brown colour for the branch here. So when it comes to markers, you don't have to go all expensive and get Copics. Copics are considered some of the best markers, but as you can see I've got another set of pro markers, and there are much cheaper alternatives if you're using markers for the first time. So I specifically asked for some Copic markers for Christmas and Santa delivered, but if you're not used to using Copic markers, then you might want to invest in some slightly less expensive markers just for practicing before you get the real deal. So this is my picture of Totoro, which I'm going to be colouring in, and we're going to start off with the main body, which is the greys. So because I'm covering quite a wide area, I'm going to be using the chisel tip of this marker. Now I'm not used to talking so much in my videos, so this will be quite interesting. But yeah, you go over with the chisel tip for larger areas, and you always use the lighter colour first, just to get that make sure you can get the shading in afterwards. So this isn't as precise as using the brush tip, but it's sometimes better for those larger areas. So just here on the picture I'm going to be doing the shading, and you see I've already started, and you just go over with a darker tone of the same colour if you have it, or if you don't, then depending on what colour you're using. I mean, Totoro's grey, which is a really good colour for shading, because you usually can find lots of different kinds of grey. Sometimes even just going over with the same pen can create a kind of shaded effect. It depends how dramatic you want the shading to look. I usually use the brush tip for shading the smaller areas, like so. So now we've got just that bit shaded, which looks alright on its own, but we need to go back over with our lighter cool grey to really blend it in, make it look a tiny bit more 3D, which is weird considering we're talking about I don't know, I don't know what Totoro was really meant to be. Some kind of, it's like a tree monster, isn't he? But anyway, go along like that to blend in. Sometimes if you want, you can go back over with your cool grey, your darker grey. Right, now we're getting on to the belly, which is one of Totoro's most recognisable features. So we're going to start on a really, really, really light yellow, which is this colour, as a base. And I'm going to be using the chisel tip. Okay, so like we did earlier, we're going to put some shading on him. Now I've got a darker yellow for this, but I think I might go over in a bit of grey as well. Some light grey. So I'm just going to go around and just, again, just get a bit of texture, make it a bit fluffy. And this shading goes all the way around over here. So using the brush tip, I'm going to go around that area and kind of paint in the darker tone that I want. Doesn't matter if you go a bit over the lines here, it's not too bad. And then we're going to get our lighter yellow and blend that in. Go over the edge. And add that. Shade in, like so. And then if we want even more kind of difference, which I'm guessing we do this, but I'm going to get another, but a really, really, really light cool grey number 3, and kind of go along here with that, just at the very edges, so we're going to blend that in. And kind of make that quite circular. Like that. Which we can then get our stronger yellow on. So now that we've done the main body, we can go back over in our cool grey number 5, which is the main body of Totoro, that colour, and we can just fill in these little like arrow tick things on his belly. Okay, so that's it for my first video on markers, and this is the first project, Totoro. So I hope you guys had fun learning how to colour this character with me. I hope to do more of these videos in the future. Next time I'm going to try and do one on blending different colours, so vastly different colours, for example orange and purple, and making them blend in the middle. So I'm going to have some practice of doing that. But for now, here is Totoro, and thank you for watching. Bye!